and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Wilson's Seahawks going up against Ryan's Falcons. With that, let's get you over to the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. You are looking live at the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 58 yards.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big gain as a result on that play.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and there he goes right side. The 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman.
Let's go.
No gain on the play there, second down. Here's the offense, and we talk about the tight end, Jacob Tamme.
A lot of people thought of him as simply a safety valve receiver. He can be a primary receiver. Jacob Tamme shows better athleticism than what people expect.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Four down.
Little motion now from the tight end.
20.
Now Ryan on second down. And Tamme with it over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And a look at Seattle's defense.
When Bobby Wagner's career is said and done, people are going to look back and say he was an absolute steal in the NFL draft. A Pro Bowl player for any team.
Hey, we got tight left, tight ends left. Even. 4 down. Ready, blue 80.
And the wideout in motion.
20. Sponge.
Ryan now off the bootleg. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And as a defender, if you come with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that. But to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. After the interception, here's Wilson. Going to Rawls on the dump-off. And a loose football. Rawls loses it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. And when you watch Devontae Freeman run the football, you can almost close your eyes and hear him running the football, can't you? Because people just scatter. I mean, you know, when he goes through a pile, it moves in a positive direction for him. I just love how hard he plays the game.
1,000-yard season. He had 11 touchdowns last year. In March, 25 years old. So he's kind of hitting that sweet spot for a running back, isn't he?
He really is, and I still remember the evaluation of him coming out of college. He does everything well, but you weren't sure he had a dominant trait. Well, wrong about that. He's dominant in just about everything he does, and I think that he's going to continue to elevate his game and seek a third Pro Bowl in 2017.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. And they're going to go soft on the corners. And he motions the wide receiver.
Hey, 41's the mic, 41's the mic.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On 2nd down, Ryan. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jermaine Kearse, 74 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And he'll bang that one through. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And this is Gabriel on the catch. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
4 down.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Mike 41. You've got to
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. Over 1,400 yards last year for Jones. Just 6 touchdowns, but, you know, of course, he had the big 300-yard game. However, when he was blanketed with coverage, he always opens things up for other guys, doesn't he?
He does, and that's what's benefited Atlanta's offense. Other guys were able to step up. In 2016, Mohamed Sanu stepped up and had his best year as a pro. Austin Hooper, as a young tight end, really developed down the stretch. And who had come over as a free agent from Cleveland, he really flourished, actually led the team in touchdown catches. But there's only one Julio Jones, and you want to get the ball to him as much as possible.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Ready, Blue 80.
Sanu, the man in motion left.
Express.
41 Mike, 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike.
On second down, here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. So still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Hey. Alert 3, alert 3.
Ryan keeps it on the sneak. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Stay on the slot. Check 83,
And the wideout in motion.
12.
Move it. You got to get that.
This time Ryan will throw. Going for the deep ball. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second down following the incompletion.
Tight right. Solo out there. Check the outs out there.
Get up. Wait. Ready. Blue 80.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
And he motions the wide receiver.
Hey, 59, ready.
They go play action now. Ryan. He completes it to Jones. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Even.
11, get up.
He's checking. Crash.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Yes, sir. You don't want that.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Watch left.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out here in the eye. They stay on the ground. Rolls again. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. Earlier, partner, when discussing Russell Wilson, you said you think he's best when Seattle is running back centric. Is Thomas Rawls the centerpiece going forward there?
I think so because of what he did 2 seasons ago before he got hurt. Because he runs that offense the way they want it run. One cut, downhill, get upfield, and Thomas Rawls is perfect for that. If he stays healthy, that allows Russell Wilson now to throw the play action, to bootleg passes that really hurt other teams defensively.
And Rawls has youth on his side, just 23. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
Move 15. 19.
Check.
They'll send Baldwin in motion left.
Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. It got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 78 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 49 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory? I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes.
Tight end right. Hey, 4 down.
Second and 10. It's Ryan again. That is caught at the 7. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
It's Coleman here. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. And for Coleman, if you combine the rushing and receiving yards, close to 1,000 last year. He had 8 touchdowns as well, and was just really a great 1-2 combo with Devontae Freeman.
An outstanding one, and just think, if he's on just about any other NFL team, he's probably the lead running back. And Devontae Freeman gets the bulk of the carries. But Coleman, when he does get his hands on the football, he really produces in a big way, speaking of the numbers you just gave. Yeah, you heard it, right?
Exhale.
You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the second half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the second half, if they can just tighten.
It's what they want to do. Tighten down everything they're doing, and it maybe explode at the right time.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
You don't know no better. Try it. 19.
Switch.
19.
Check 24. Check.
They'll put two receivers left, two to the right.
Green 80.
Hey. Wide. Get wide.
Check.
Check 31. Check 30.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Throwing is Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. Baldwin coming off his first Pro Bowl appearance. He had career highs, Charles, in catches with 94, over 1,100 yards. That also a career high. Pretty good season for Doug Baldwin.
And I think the place that he really started to take off was midway through 2015. The connection between he and his quarterback, Russell Wilson, where they were playing more from the pocket, bigger plays downfield, that just propelled him into 2016. That and anything he perceives as a slight, he uses it to his advantage, and he just goes out and plays.
Escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline that's kind of interesting. L.A. a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have two with the move from San Diego to L.A. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less
to become
culture
the Rams.
shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition that still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Paul Richardson, 66 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Heavy. Watch the backfield.
80's getting the ball. 80's getting the ball.
And the big tight end shifting around.
Hey, South. Check three. 11.
No. Off.
Let's go.
Switch.
They go play action here on first down. Going up top. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Come on, D. Ready.
And the wideout in motion.
Buzz, be ready.
59, ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Check. Ready. White 25.
Check. Motion to backfield.
Let's go.
Motion to the backfield. Switch.
Ryan now off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Single.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Ryan. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
3 down. Hey, check.
Ready,
3 down.
25. Watch the motion. Let's go.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard.